you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, we have made it to August 2025, and it's time to see what in the hell can we expect out of this month, because we know that 2025 has given us quite a lot to experience and to think about and to marinate on. So what in the world is coming up here in August of 2025? All right, we're gonna dig into this today. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. Don't let that freak you out. Got a good track record here on the channel. So let me go ahead and bring up the cards right there and move this microphone right here. One thing that I do want to mention before I forget, there have been some messages from people asking me for an update on my little puppy Scooter, and I did write an update on the little posts tab, the kind of community place here on my channel, but I was told that not everybody can see that tab or whatever, or posts on that tab. I don't know how that is or why that is, but just in case, I have screenshotted here what I wrote, and so I will read that out to everybody right now, what is on my posts tab. That way the update that everyone who read it here can see, I'll say it here in case you're not able to access it for some reason. But this is what I wrote. I wrote, update on Scooter for those asking. The cardiologist's tests went well and she approved him for surgery 2 weeks ago. His blood work and urinalysis came back last Friday, and the vet said that it also green lights the surgery. And then when I wrote this a couple days ago, I said today his surgery got scheduled for next Tuesday, August 5th. So I said some have asked where/how they can donate, and below is the link on my website where I take tips for readings. And as always, nobody has to donate, so please don't misconstrue this update post as seeking pity or begging. For anyone who chooses to, thank you so much. And also thank you all for caring about my first son, for all the thoughts, all the prayers, all the love, the Reiki energy, and everything that you've sent our way. It does not go unnoticed or unappreciated ever. Love you, mean it. So that's what I wrote. And that's there over on my posts. And that's the update on Scooter next Tuesday, the 5th. So, yeah, lots of anticipation about that. But at the time of filming this today, just because sometimes it becomes relevant, it is 3:31 on Friday, August 1st. So today is the 1st of the month. Hopefully YouTube will let me get this video up and out pretty quickly. Fingers crossed on that. But let's dive right on into this. This is all alleged, just my interpretation as always. And also, as always, this is open internationally. Things come up in these monthly readings from all around the globe. So if they're going to give it, we're going to take it. If they're going to give it, we're going to take it. Anywho, let's see. What can we know about the month of August 2025? My goodness, what can we know? Let's see here. All right. These cards are slippery because I finally opened a new deck. And somebody had sent me a new deck too. Thank you, you know who you are. And so I opened a new deck and they are slippy slidey. But don't worry, I drew on the bikinis that I have to draw on to make the YouTubes happy. So they're all clothed, okay? So, anywho, what we're getting first off, right off the bat for August 2025 here, is that there is some sort of a sense of a, like, how do I put this? A certain movement growing of people who are like, that's it. That was the last line I had in the sand, and you crossed it. And so now there's going to be something about it. Like it's that final layer of, now we've reached the point of no return. I will not be stuck anymore in this. I'm not going to feel like I am being, pressured, suffocated, held up in any kind of way. No longer am I going to feel iced out. I am grabbing hold of what I'm wanting by any means necessary. And this is an upright devil card, meaning that when some people feel backed against the wall, then, as Blanche Devereaux on The Golden Girls says, and I come out fighting like a wildcat. But no, meaning that people get backed into a corner and they start, doing things that people otherwise wouldn't do if they didn't feel like they had to push back so heavily. The devil card is extreme. It's intense. It's often toxic, unhealthy. So I'm not necessarily saying that this is a good approach. I understand that if people feel like, okay, that was the last straw, enough is enough, that people would, have that kind of switch flip. I understand where that's coming from. That doesn't necessarily mean that the end justifies the means, or the means justifies the end, whichever way that goes. You know which way that goes. It doesn't necessarily mean it's okay for you to take devil card level action on this. So I'm seeing some kind of a pretty swift and intense reaction from some group of people here. In terms of any other context that we can know about this, I see it happening really fast, a swift moving forward. I see it causing a lot of pain. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying what I'm seeing here, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what I'm seeing here. And I'm seeing somebody having to give up. This is the letting go and the giving up. So we're going to see that in a fairly big way around the world. This is feeling like it's not just a person. It feels like it's kind of talking about a group of people here, and it feels here that it's not necessarily United States specific. I think that this is, expanded beyond just the United States. And I see it being a very swift and direct, like, this is my reaction to this. And, oh gosh. Yeah. This is going to get ugly, and this is going to get ugly in a way that has some level of reverberation. Like, this is not, this is something we're going to know about, like all of us. So, any other context? I don't want to dig too far, but it just, it's just intense. It's an intense way to start out. So I just want a little extra context since it's an intense way to start out. Yeah, in the reverse position, that's more of an action-oriented card. And this is a, like, you wanted things to change, but since you came at this in an ugly way, it's not actually going to change that well for you. And then the Emperor card steps in. So somebody, like literally in this case, I was talking about this situation being revolving around a group of people, but it looks like one person will be kind of the deciding factor at, quote unquote, the end of this squabble or drama or whatever, that comes in and is like, listen, boom, I'm laying down the law. This is where this ends. This is it. This is the final thing. We will not be dragging this on back and forth. This is what it is. So I do suspect that this will start quickly in August, and it will also end fairly quickly in August. Whatever this little drama is, it is encapsulated by the month. And that's new and different to some of the things we see. Some of the things we see here are things that, can carry on for quite some time. But no, this is a start swift, end swift type of dealio here. It is all contained within that month. So, it's a crazy way to start. Wild way to start here. Let me shuffle these up so we can do another pull, see what else we can find out about August of 2025. Good Lord, these are slippery. But as I am shuffling up and trying to herd cats with all these little slippery cards, we always have a second video with these monthly, overall monthly videos. We have Perk Squad Extendeds. So if you are, once you watch all of this, if you're like, okay, I do want to know more, what else can I know about August 2025, then stay tuned. You can join the Perk Squad if you haven't already by clicking the join button down below or the link in the description box to become a member of the Perk Squad. That way you can go over there and see the second video, the extended footage for whatever else we can know about August of 2025. There's always 2 of these for monthly predictions. And so all that over there on the Perk Squad. Tons of different perks to the Perk Squad. They're all listed there, including some things that aren't listed there, like we do weekly forecasts. I don't think that's listed there. And then video shout outs. So shout out to you, Tori, and thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. So shout out to you, Tori, and thank you for being here. Happy to have you. Alrighty. I think we're all good and shuffled up here. So, what else? August 2025. What else can we know? What else should we know? August 2025. Let's see. I'm like one at a time. Okay. Whoever this King of Pentacles is, he's going to have a very rough go in August. He's a King of Pentacles, so he is somebody, quote unquote, important. Somebody with quite a financial success, backing, whatever you want to call it. He's stable. Financially, and he's gonna struggle in August. I see him dropping a lot of things that it's like, okay, you bit off more than you can chew. You cannot carry that load. I see him and his hamster wheel spinning around like, okay, hold on, I got to figure this out. Damage control. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? And he may be able to patch some things because his 3 of Wands is up right here. So he might be able to patch some things, but he's going to be freaking out. This is internal conflict. It's like, he's going to be regretting some decisions he's made, regretting some things he said or done. He's going to be worried, am I doing the right thing now? Emotionally here, this is a lot of upset. So this is somebody that's usually on their high horse, usually quite powerful, and they're going to take a bit of a nosedive here in August. So when we take nosedives, we're nobodies, and so we get to fall apart and be a failure in private. This poor motherfucker is gonna have his in front of the world. So, Lord, what else? Ooh, new beginnings, but Hangman card is a big long pause. So, basically, yeah, he's gonna be having some trouble and things going downhill, but that's because we're supposed to make something new of this, and yet we're not really gonna be able to create that yet in August because these things take time. So, World card in reverse. It ain't over till it's over. This is a continuing saga. So how we just talked about the first thing being contained within the month of August. This is not contained within the month. This is something we will start to see in August, but it will keep continuing. There is a to be continued card here, wearing her bikini as well. So we're going to see this drawn out for longer. So great. What a way for you to take a personal nosedive in front of the world, but for it to string out for more than a month for everyone to see. Yikes. Yikes. Yeah. Feeling out of control, trying desperately to cling to control, and some sort of moments of clarity coming in around this, through this, because of this. And again, this is like a card that is more expansive. It involves communication. It involves things happening around the world. So it seems to me like this King of Pentacles, I keep saying like, oh, poor guy having this happen in front of the world. Yes and no. From things like grasping at control and that type of stuff, and then, you know, clarity trying to come through, it gives off the impression that, I don't want to say that this guy deserves it, but that maybe he is kind of reaping what he has sown, that he has kind of made this bed, and so he is now lying in the consequences of it, is what this is looking like. And again, it looks like this is something that internationally will be of interest, that people around the world will be like, I want to watch and see how this plays out for this guy. So, man, this is a bit of a dramatic month so far. Knock on wood. We'll see as we keep looking. I haven't seen anything in here that like scares me for us, but it looks like kind of the people who are very known and very powerful are the ones that are going to be experiencing the dramas in August. Like, we're going to see a lot of personal issues from people on the main stage in August, and we're going to see a lot of groups and movements have some tumult in August 2025. And again, that it seems to affect those on top quite a bit. So this is a very interesting start for how they're kind of throwing things at us in August. Let's pull these up, reshuffle, and just take a peek at something else. Let's just see. All right. So, what else, Spirit Guides? August 2024, what else may we know, please? All right. I know y'all seeing that card. Okay, so in keeping with the word dramatic for August, again, so far the drama had been contained to the people at the top where we're witnessing it. So in some kind of a way, like we're a part of it or it affects us, but it's not about us necessarily or to us necessarily. This is where things get a little bit more in that territory pertaining to us. So, Strength card is upright. I will say that's a good thing. All right. I know we're focusing on this tower over here, but let's focus on the fact that the Strength card is upright as the first and foremost card. Therefore, despite anything that I'm about to say that's coming next, our first and foremost card is Strength. Sure, we're like, I'm tired of having to be strong. Saying, oh, you're so strong isn't a compliment anymore because I'm tired of having to be. Let me just be like weak putty and just lay down on a beach eating grapes or something, you know? Like, I don't want to have to be strong. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. However, it's still good to see a strength card upright than in reverse. So let's take our positives where we can. Over here, the emotional card is also upright, all right? Our emotional cup is also upright. So this is a sense of trying to keep our cups full, trying to continue to see the silver linings in everything, trying to see if we go through something that is a hardship or a challenge, what are the silver linings here and what positives could be coming out of this. What are some reasons this might be happening that could actually end up being a good thing for us, and allowing ourselves to go there in our thoughts and have that be something on the top of mind so that we're viewing things through that perspective, that lens, rather than something that's, too overly pessimistic. Because, yes, August looks like a shake-up month here. Tower card is here. Big shakeups, big shakeups. With the moon card being here as well, and a 7 of Wands in reverse, and a 9 of Pentacles in reverse, this once again feels like something that starts pretty quickly, especially because Tower card is up here, but it seems like it's something that lasts for a bit because we have this protracted, extended timeline here with a Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like whatever this is, it's something that kind of shakes up and comes about starting in August, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was still some lingering residue from whatever this is that continues past 2025 into 2026. It's something that we are not going to fully, understand or fully see the breadth of it. It is going to be something where we're like, okay, can I wave my white flag and just be done with this? But it is something that we do have to deal with and contend with. So that's where they're starting. Let's get a little bit more context about where this is going. Let's see. Okay. Something that is affecting a lot of us across the world, so not just one country in particular. Again, something that comes on fairly quickly. Trying to once again add in some positivity into this. This is the wish card. This is saying, again, that this whole, it's a blessing in disguise. There's some kind of an energy like that around this. So sure, there's a weird, uncomfortable tower coming up that's this long-standing thing, but we have to keep looking at the bright side around this. King of Wands upright, Page of Cups upright. Okay, so this does feel like it's likely political or economic in nature, mostly because in a lot of these readings, when we're seeing these types of themes come up, our King of Wands sometimes comes up as like a Trump card or Trump administration card or things like that. And our Page of Cups card is a bit of an immaturity card. So I'm not trying to talk shit that if this is a Trump card, it's in the upright position, which is not them shit talking, but I do see the Page of Cups here, which is a bit of an immaturity card, a bit of a emotional kind of card. So I do see something emotional and potentially immature, potentially impulsive, or something that is revolving around Trump and or his administration in August. I have been tuned out of politics in the last month because like y'all know, I have been, tits deep in crazy work stuff and in this scooter upcoming surgery stuff. So that has totally eaten up all of my bandwidth. I have no earthly idea what's happening with Trump right now, or has been for the last month. But I'm just seeing that, I mean, there's been a lot of shakeups in 2025 as a result of the elections and, his presidency as is. Some people think these are good things. Some people think these are bad things. Some people think it's a mix of both good and bad. All I'm saying is I'm seeing another step in that, another iteration of that presenting itself in a pretty major way in August, and that this is something that does have worldwide attention. I get that these players are linked to the US, but this is something that the topic of which is more international than just thinking about us here in the US. Okay. All these wands cards here. So now we've got 2 queens coming up, 2 wands coming up. Wands are fire and swords are air. What happens when air and fire meet? Air usually fans flames. Yeah? Okay. So, I'm seeing this surge of whatever is coming to pass from this administration stuff in August. I'm seeing a bit of fanning the flames around that, whether it's intentional or unintentional. Sometimes people can say or do things and they're not intending to fan the flames, but they sure are adding fuel to the fire. They sure are making shit worse. Sometimes people are trying to fan the flames and be like, oh, I'm going to be one of these people that's holding a torch, type. I don't know if this is intentional or unintentional, but I see the flames getting fanned. I see some sort of, you're making this worse situation coming up in August. And again, with the Wands card, it is both a communication card and a card that comes up when I'm talking about overseas stuff, just like when the Six of Swords comes up when we're talking about overseas stuff. So this could be a potentially geopolitical type of thing. We've got a lot of ongoing conflicts and, weird happenings going on in terms of geopolitics. We've been having that kind of stuff. This can be, again, another weird step adding to all the things that have already gone down. So, my gosh. One last card on this. I don't want to... okay. Yeah. Ace of Wands in reverse. Upright, this would be like some sort of new movement, new steps, forward movement. In the reverse, there's just this, there's a sense that these are the guides saying, notice patterns, because there are some people that would say, well, this time would be different because, or this time there will be a new step because, or a new start because, but they're kind of saying no newness here, which looks to me like they're saying repeated patterns, history rhyming with itself type of dealio. That's the sense that's coming up here. So I don't know if this is something that's already been brewing and then it's popping off in August, or if this is just a new thing that we all find out about in August that hasn't been brewing and all of a sudden it's, a new chess move that's come up on the table. I'm not entirely certain. If y'all have some ideas based on people who have been following this type of scenario, or these types of happenings, internationally throughout July or something, and you have some, spidey senses, then sound off below so that those of us who have had to be unplugged can kind of tune in and see what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But again, it's a month of drama. There's a lot of drama for people personally at higher levels. The well-known famous people, that are running our countries, or I don't know, celebrities, or just people that are really out there on the world stage. But then there's this kind of drama that also happens internationally that trickles down to affect us as well. We want to keep in mind these silver linings cards and thinking about things through a positive perspective. That's not to say think toxically positive or to ignore negative things. It just means don't filter potential positives out. Don't harp on the negative and only look at that. Also include in your thoughts and your perspectives how this might become a good thing, or how this might become bring an outcome or a resolution that could be positive, or that in some way it's like, well, we would have never gotten to this had that not happened. We would have never learned these things had that not happened. We would have never found this outcome had that not happened. Those kinds of things. Those types of things. Silver linings. They're just really urging for us to not allow that to slip out of our focus as well. So as we're thinking and feeling any kind of dark or negative feelings about it, if we've got to purge that out of ourselves and allow ourselves to think and feel that, let's allow it, but let's not filter this out as well. Keep this in there too. That's all they're saying. I got to put it out there. Say what I see. They're putting that out there. I'm going to say it too. So we got that. All right. So 2 things that this is bringing to mind. 1, I'm going to check in and see what else we can know in the Perk Squad extended video in just a second. But 2, I am, as they're talking about silver linings and positive things, a giveaway. We are at our monthly predictions video, so it is time for another monthly giveaway. So if you would like to win a free 15-minute private tarot reading with me, then you can enter today's giveaway, the giveaway for the month of August, by writing the word WIN, W-I-N, somewhere in the comments. So just write the word WIN. You will enter yourself to for a chance to win a free 15-minute private tarot reading with me at some time during the month of words at some time during the month of August. I will use the random winner selector generator thingy, and we will choose a winner and announce them in a future video this month. So at some point this month, there will be a video that says who will win the giveaway. But today, if you would like to enter, then just write win in the comments. We'll pick a winner later this month, and we'll see who gets to have a free 15-minute private reading with me. So that is a positive. That is a silver lining that we're going to put in this dramatic, crazy month. But for anybody that is interested in seeing what other drama might unfold for the month of August, then join me over there on the Perk Squad for the extended video where we look into that, see what else we can know about the month of August. And as always, I'm going to leave a little B-roll here at the end of this. So for anybody that feels lightened and lifted by puppy shenanigans and whatever else stuff happens in my life, I will put that here at the end, to help, give you a little laugh or a chuckle or something like that. Lift the mood for the end of the video. And let's see. Thank y'all again for everything around Scooter. And I'll keep y'all posted on how all that goes next week. So, Perk Squad members, I'm coming at ya. Percolators, stay tuned for the B-roll here coming up in a few seconds. And don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. But love you, mean it. But love you, mean it. Bye, y'all. You're a little blep boy. Are you blep on mommy's couch? You got your tongue directly on mommy's pillow? It's cute. Look at that little blep. Look at that little blep. I gotta touch it. I gotta touch it. I gotta touch it. Bloop. He's like, stop. Mom, stop. Don't do it. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. You have wrecked these pillows, though. Yeah. So you owed me a blep. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, funny. Cute. Did you put yourself on my couch? Yeah? Are you having an existential crisis? You look like you're in crisis. Are you an okay boy? No, it's okay. You can stay there. Have your crisis. It's fine. Nobody's saying you can't be in crisis. Yeah, do what you need.